baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss. I can do what I wanna. Your last was a dude, boy, that wasn't running. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the go.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
At the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Here's 2nd and 9. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. for that time as the drive continues. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Running on first down, Ekeler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Herbert on first down now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Blake Martinez, the Giants' leading tackler last year, in to make the stop there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Ekeler. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early. And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what? What's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to go toss right side with Ekeler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Ekeler, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The chain, 2nd and 12. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Sliding out of the pocket. But I think the ball's out. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Second and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Herbert operating from the red zone. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Well, that's into the hands of Eckler. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Jackson will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Adoree Jackson on the return. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones escaping the pressure right. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. It is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. To throw again on second down. Jones. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion. And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Oh, he dropped it, and that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass. Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5, and they are going to score the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Now Jones. A final shot before break. Going deep downfield for Ross. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. They had no return here for Reed.
And when he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been trying?